How does one manage their moods or mood swings? How do you manage your moods? This is a question that I have asked a few teachers and that has been asked to me in one form or another, I don't know, 100 times. Because everybody on this earth, as far as I can tell, I'm sure there's some folks who don't experience this maybe, but mood swings happen and moods change like the weather sometimes, right? Comes in, they go out, but so when I asked my teachers this, and they gave me these wonderful answers, and the answers always centered around it is as it is. The mood, that is, right? The mood is happening for a reason. The mood is happening, or this anger or this rage or this grumpiness, and I experience it a lot. Trust me, it happens, and it's happening for a reason. And the one warning they gave me was to not try to figure out that reason all the time consciously. To say, don't search and seek for that reason. Don't always try to pinpoint it. If something comes to you in terms of inspiration, in terms of guidance, saying, "Hey, this is the root reason this is happening." That'll happen sometimes where I'm going through a particular mood and a memory flashes in, right? Just right through the mind, right through awareness, and then there it is, years and years ago, 25 years ago, or 10 years, whatever it is, and there it is. There's that kind of that genesis moment as to where this particular anger or rage or grumpiness or just any other mood happens. So I try to work with that now. So if it doesn't come and I don't know, then I leave it. I leave it as it is, and I try to sit with it, sometimes in silence. So I try not to feed it and kind of work into the. I don't try to fight it and kind of make it make it harder to break out of this. I try to go with it and sit there and when I can in silence and try to observe and be there with it and not just fight it and say, what's wrong with you, man? What's your problem with all these moods and what's your, you know, and one of the bigger criticisms that I've heard in the last few years about what I do is, you get grumpy and you stay grumpy sometimes. And I'm staying with those moods, and it's not always the most helpful in terms of how I feel it should be better. I feel it should have just be, go away. And the mood should be less swing, less in terms of extreme swings. And I feel like, hey, we're doing all this work and meditation and all these talks, and what's going on with you? But the truth is, I don't know. And the teachers, going back to the teachers, they tell me this one very, very strong, this is their advice. This is the power they give you. Stop trying to investigate, stop trying to Sherlock Holmes this thing all the time, and just let it be. It is as it is. It is as it is. And for whom, that's a different question, a different answer, but it is as it is in this life. For Jeff, as I sit here now, I'm feeling happy to speak to you. I guess that's a mood too. And that's okay with me. Now, if I were upset about something, which I have been in the last 24 hours, I would try to let that go best I can and try to be there with it. And if something comes and says, hey, little whisper in your ear that you trust, says this is the genesis, this is the original source of this particular issue, you can work with that too and try to forgive that and try to forgive those around you for giving you that programming, that giving you what it is now that's playing out, and unknowingly, unwittingly, in innocence, doing such a thing where, hey, I witnessed this as a 7-year-old kid, right? And something happened recently, and as this flash came upon me and just said, hey, this is that moment, right? And I was maybe 7 or 8, and I sat there, I got to smile because I was just 7, seeing some kind of argument or a fight or something. And I was just sitting there in innocence. And my parents, in this case, were the innocent parties, getting into it about something. I don't remember what. But I just know that it was painful, right? Because, it's like maybe it's a money conversation, or it could have been just any conversation that I've had with my wife. It could be anything, right? And I'm sitting there like, oh, man. So then I can look at my children and say, what are they witnessing that I'm doing? And I can take this and really go with it and make it a really strong positive. So the mood can be a positive thing. The negative mood, so to speak, can be a positive teacher as well. And that's how I approach this. I approach moods the way I approach almost anything. I try to sit with it, observe it, be with it. Try not to run away from it. I do that too sometimes, trust me. But if I can stay with it, I'm sometimes given this gift, right? This gift of guidance by grace, right? Just saying, this is that, and this is where that came from. I didn't try to find that. It wasn't something I was seeking, but there it is, given to me on a silver platter what are you going to do with it? You're going to throw it away, or actually, eat the feed, eat it and just be part, just indulge, and ultimately it helps you to forgive at layers and depths that you can't do consciously. Wow, I can't believe I found that. I didn't find anything. I'm not out there digging around my mind, right? If I did, oh boy. But what comes out comes out. And sometimes you just know and trust that that's the right reason, and you can work with that. So as always, I thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. I love you all. Bye for now.